live on the interwebs. So I'm gonna go through the Chromebook, see what's going on here. Hey, there it is. I can kind of see it now. I have to go to the stream. I wish they handled this better. I know, right? Hang on, Zelda. Hang on. Yeah. Don't you want to be a star, Zelda? Don't you want to be a star? Press the Alt key to pause the chat, then point to a message to delete it. Oh, cool. Cool. Alright, let me start this. Cool. There I am. Alright. I need to mute this. There we go. Open a new tab. There we go. Yeah. Alright, now I can see the chat. Yeah, Dan. That's my cat Zelda. You can probably, you can see her. There she is. Hey, Zelda. Please don't scratch. Her claws are out. She really does like hugs. She loves hugs. But she doesn't like being picked up. It's the craziest thing. You try to pick her up and she'll be cool with it for maybe 5 seconds. Then she'll start squirming. Her claws, I'm just so afraid that she's going to start kneading my leg. And then once you start with the rubs, she never wants them to stop. She'll keep on doing this. She's so spoiled. Yeah. Well, I started this a little bit early. That's okay. Gives me some time to just sort of hang out. Now, I got the phone. It's kind of far away from me, so I hope that you can still hear me okay. Let me unmute this just to test the audio. Yeah, you can hear it fine. Yeah, so she's going to be messing with me for quite a while. See, look at ya. Come on. You know, eventually you're going to have to leave me alone, right? Don't you? Yeah, I know. Oh. All right, I like these pants. You're going to have to stop scratching them. No, that's enough. No more rubs. No more rubs. That's it. No. Thank you. So hello to everybody that's looking at my cat. Try to get all the love in right now. In a little bit, I'm going to be... Ouch! Zelda, I said no. Leave me alone. That hurt. See, this is the type of stuff that I... Zelda, please, stop trolling. This is the type of stuff that I have to deal with whenever I try to do reviews in here. You give her just a little bit of attention, and she doesn't want to stop. I mean, she's going to be all over. Absolutely ridiculous. Just stick her on my lap. I don't want to do that. Those claws are going to sink into my legs if I do that. You know, whenever I do try to put her on my lap, I always make sure I got like a blanket or something, because when she walks, she just feels the need to bring those claws out. I don't know why. And I kind of feel like she knows that, you know, I don't like those claws, because sometimes she'll like kind of hesitate and put her hands up like, can I touch you? And I'm like, claws? And she's like, okay. So, yeah. But she's cool now. She's cool now. She's lying down, and my water is right over there. So now I need to reach over her to get the water, and that's going to get her attention again. But I'm not bothering you. Thank you. Thank you, Zelda. See, there she goes. See, told you. There she goes. Now I'm going to put the water right down here. All right. So yeah, this is the statue in question that I got in the mail a couple days ago. Can you see that? Let me bring it down a little bit. Yeah. So this is the Banpresto Dramatic Showcase 5th Season Volume 1 Goku. It's got these awesome angel wings. This is not the actual review. I'm just kind of showing it right now for a few more minutes before I actually do the full review that is going to be set up on, hang on, that's going to be done on this camera right there. So I'm going to set that up. It's already kind of set up, but I still need to adjust the focus and all that other good stuff along with it. And that's going to film the proper review. And then at that point, I'm going to have to take it to the other computer, which is right there. And that's where the editing, that's how the editing is going to get done. So I'm going to be doing that in just a few minutes. I know I had a pretty interesting day today. A whole lot of going around and trying to fix things up because of the whole car situation. But it should be okay. I mean, you had enough there, Zelda. Alright, I'm going to stop messing with you because you are not going to stop trolling anytime soon. Alright. So now, let me get this camera all set up. But primarily what I'm going to use for this review, I'm going to take you off of this tripod. Alright, so if you're ever interested in the technical side of things, I'm going to shoot at least the intro, maybe the outro on this good old lens here. This is the Nikon 35mm f1.8. Inexpensive 50mm equivalent lens on this D7000. And I'll have it set on, here's the back. I'm going to have it set on f1.8 at 100 ISO, which I think is good enough. Definitely is good enough. Mostly because we got this big old softbox here, which lights the room up pretty good. So if I turn this off, you can kind of see how everything kind of is drastically affected by that. So that should be good enough. And then once I'm done with that, I want to get more of the detailed shots and whatnot, I'll switch over to this lens, which is older, but it's still pretty good. Nikon 70-210 f4, is it? No, it's a f3.5 to 5.6, I think. Okay. So we're going to be doing that. And it's my Sasha Banks picture that fell off the wall and it cracked the frame. There it is. Completely cracked the frame. And those are all the little fidget spinners that I have not yet put back or put anywhere. So I am going to start that up right now. Let me set you right back down in the other tripod. It's good enough. Good enough. All right. All right, so let me set that up. I need to focus on my face. I'm going to put this computer down here. Okay. I need to focus on my face. So I'm going to grab a little Amazon remote shutter release and just try to get the focus on my face real quick. that should do it, but... Oh, I'm sorry. See, this is why you shouldn't be right underneath me. I stepped on her tail. Sorry, Zelda. I apologize. I need to look. Alright, so it looks like I need to tilt the camera up just a little bit. Zelda, stop rocking the live streaming camera, please. I want to thank you for that. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Let's set this box up here. Now I need to... Sorry. I need to plug in the mic. I'm plugging the mic on this computer on the ground. So I'm trying to set the computer up. Oh my God. The constant trolling. The constant trolling. You. Jeez, come on now. Chill. Oh my God. You're making this difficult. Stop! Anybody's wondering, I'm down here on the floor setting up my big computer so I can plug in my mic, but the cat is... So, no. Alright, go away. Ugh. Yeah, go over there. Go over there, away from me. Alright, now, I can test out the mic. Mic's good. So stop. Come on, man. Jeez. Alright. Get the cat hair off of me. Alright, cool. I can start this recording. I just gotta put this stuff in its place. This is gonna be about right here. I'll leave Goku off to the side. Maybe take this remote, put it away. Awesome. And down here. Hey, Otterfire, how you doing? Thanks for coming by, checking this out as I get everything started up. I'm going to move this computer out of the way in a minute. I'm just going to give it a couple more minutes just in case anyone else wants to come in and chat for a little bit. Then after that, we can totally get started. I think you probably missed the epic trolling that my cat has been doing over here. There she is. Can you see her? Well, you can see her tail. There's her tail. There she is. I'm going to need for her to calm down a little bit though. Because otherwise she is just going to be all over the place. Cool. All right, so I got some other, I know I got some other figures that I'm planning on doing a review on those also today. You started a new job on Monday and it's been hectic. Did I miss the epic troll? Yeah, you did miss the epic trolling. I could get her started up again, but I don't want to because she doesn't know how to stop. But hey man, congratulations on the new job. Congratulations, man. I'm so happy you got a new job. Are you making more money? Happier? That's what life's all about. At least it should be. Where's the cat? Okay, she's right underneath the table, so she should be good right now. She definitely should be good. I went to Toys R Us today, and I picked up a couple of cool figures, and I'm gonna do reviews on those too. Not now, not live on stream like I'll do this one, but I'm gonna try to do at least one of those today after I get finished doing this. I should definitely have plenty of time left and plenty of energy and moxie to knock those reviews out of the way. I got a bunch of different stuff that I got to review actually. Got these cool wireless, oh they're not over here. Well, I can probably grab them. Got these cool, completely wireless headphones here. Yep, you can see that. I'm going to be doing a review on these. They're kind of like EarPods. They don't look like EarPods, but it's the same basic kind of concept where you just they're completely wireless. You stick them in your ear. You can play each of them separately if you want, and it has a little charging chamber case thingy that you carry with you. You put it in your pocket and you can charge it, and you charge the case when the case needs to be charged. So that is awesome. All right, so I'm gonna get started with this review. I'm gonna put this computer down. If any comments pop up, I'm going to have to respond to them kind of like during the intermission period of the review. Now this shouldn't take long because this is just a statue and it's not a whole lot to talk about. All right, so range of the camera. I'm going to hit record on the camera. You know what? No. I'm going to stop the recording on the camera because I do not have a lot of space on this. So I'm going to just be on the safe side and delete some other stuff that I have on here real quick. So if I do that, I will ensure that I have enough space. All right, cool. That should be enough. That should be good. All right, hitting play on the camera. Gotta hit record on the computer. Gotta get my levels right. All right. This is weird because I've never done this live before. So I might be feeling, sorry Zelda, a little self-conscious. But, you know, it is what it is. I said I'd do it, and I'll do it. All right. I'm going to be looking at this camera right here and not off since you guys are kind of off to the side. So I'm just going to be looking dead ahead. Move this mic a little bit closer. A little bit closer. Dragon Ball Z ASMR. All right, cool. Let's do it. I'm going to mess up a few times just so you know. Hey everybody, Jeremy here, and today I want to show you this really cool statue from Banpresto that I picked up from Dragon Ball Z. This is the dramatic showcase statue, 5th season, volume 1. It is of Goku with angel wings. A very, very rare sighting of Goku with angel wings. Now I got this from Amazon.com. It costs $20. And I've been having my eye on this since months ago. I think since February when I first saw it. And thankfully the price has not really gone up that much since then. In fact, it's gone down a little bit. So if you are interested in possibly picking it up, this particular statue, that's how much it's going to cost you from Amazon. So really good deal. And much like the rest of Banpresto statues, a little bit of assembly is required, not too much. We bring Goku over here. You see, like really the only thing that you have to do is his torso comes in 2 pieces. You put his torso together. His angel wings on the back are 2 completely separate pieces that peg into the back. The halo is a separate piece. And then there's just 2 little pieces that go into the included display stand that you can use to prop him up to make him look like he's kind of flying now as he's waving. Now, what makes this particular Goku not very common is because you really didn't see him in episodes like this. Even when he died during the after Radix, and even after he died after Cell, you never saw him this way. He was only shown in the ending credits of Dragon Ball Z, the second batch of ending credits that they had. You might have seen that over in Japan. And he was also on the cover of a Dragon Ball Z manga called Finale. That was the chapter in which him and King Kai had angel wings. So besides that, you really didn't see him like this, which is why I think it's so good and so awesome why Banpresto decided to go along with this particular design. So without further ado, we're going to get a better, closer look at Goku, look at all the details of his wings and everything, and then you can decide for yourself if you want to add this to your collection and put it on your shelf. Alright, that's part one. That is part one of the review. So, at this point, let me check to see what's going on, both in the chat and on the camera. Camera's working just fine. Alright. You should try to shoot for a video a week on this channel to help it grow. You know, I really agree with you. That's one thing that I definitely need to work on and do better at, is being more consistent. I really do think that if I was more consistent with these videos, then it definitely would help to grow the channel. Let me see if I can straighten you guys up a little bit. It's going to be kind of hard because I'm not really balanced here. Let me try this. Oh, there we go. Well, that didn't help. Oh no! I'm hitting the power button. I'm going to leave it like that. This is pretty cool. An original idea to live stream the making of a review. Oh, thanks so much. You know, that's exactly what I was going for. Definitely. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I still have the camera running. I still got the audio running. I'm going to go back over there and I'm going to finish talking about all the detail and stuff. And then I'm going to do like some B-roll, close-up footage and stuff like that. And I'll let you see what that looks like on the back of the camera and all that good stuff. So I'm going back over here because I like to do the B-roll stuff at the very end. Hang on. Let me look at the camera. Okay. B-roll stuff at the very end is the best way to do it because you already know what you've said. So you won't be in a situation where after you've done everything, you shot the B-roll first, and then you find yourself being like, oh man, why didn't I get that close-up of the hair or whatever? And it's like, well, you did the B-roll before you said it, and if you didn't say it, then you can't put it in. But, a swig of water. Yep, you're fine, Zoda. I had this guy for a few days, so I know exactly what I want to say about him. All right. Now, I said this a lot in Banpresto statue reviews. All these ones that you see behind me, even some ones that you don't see behind me. One thing I've always said consistently is that Banpresto does a fantastic job when it comes to sculpt and when it comes to paint and selling these statues at a price that is super affordable, especially compared to a lot of the action figures that you see today. And this Goku is definitely no different. He is clean. And when I say clean, I mean I have looked over this guy for the past few days, and I have not seen any examples of errant paint. I have not seen scratches. I have not seen any small, tiny imperfections at all, even on certain parts that you think, well, okay, maybe there would be some stray paint every now and then. For example, his wristband. It's a blue wristband, and he's got a great flesh color. But the very tip of that wristband, right around the edge, is completely solid. There's no sort of olive tones from the skin bleeding over onto the blue of the wristband. And that detail is so small, but yet they happen to nail it. Even down on his boots here, there's very subtle lines, sort of like a grayish, yellowish band that goes around the boot. It's a perfect straight painted line. The red around the edge of his boots at the bottom, again, very clean. And then we take a look at the decal on his face, and it's just such a great look for Goku. You know, Goku is very good at conveying those emotions. We've seen him furious, we've seen him stoic, we've seen him confident, cocky, and now in this pose, he just seems kind of peace. peaceful. And he kind of has to be because he's an angel with these wings. And speaking of the angel wings, wonderful sculpted detail in these angel wings, especially because they really didn't have to apply any kind of complicated paintwork to these because they're angel wings. They have to be pure white. And the sculpting detail on these wings is done very, very well. Individual ridges, you can feel them with your fingers. You can see the individual feathers flock out and the angle at which they flock out. So you can definitely tell the difference between the left and the right. And again, it's clean. The only thing that I would say detracts from the cleanness overall of this statue, and it's really not a big deal, is the halo on Goku's head. Simply because there's like these little circles. I don't know if they're molding circles. I don't know if this is how they're punched out of a big mold or whatever. But you can see like little molding circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top of his halo. Really totally not a big deal. Especially because I love this halo. This halo to me, it puts an exclamation point at the end of this figure. And explaining how good it is. Because we don't get a lot of halos in Banpresto Dragon Ball Z figures. Now, I think we're getting one with, I think there might be a Gogeta or Vegito coming out in 2018. I think he may have a halo as well. But beyond that, you don't see it at all. Now, as far as his stability on this base goes, you don't have to worry about that. These Banpresto statues are always placed in dynamic poses. So you could not really display him without this stand, so it behooves you not to lose this plastic piece that goes up into his leg and this other little plastic piece that goes over into his foot. So unless you're propping him up against something, you will not be able to get him that way. But once he's on there, he is going to stay on there pretty good. Now, it's not like super glue. If you try hard enough, you can knock the wings out of place. The halo is perhaps the weakest joint that you plug into his head. That one does get a little bit wonky, but once you have it set up, it's going to be just fine. It's going to be perfect. Much like this statue, it's perfect in so many ways. If you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z, and you're looking for a Goku figure or just a figure in general that you typically don't see in the show, something that's as obscure as a manga cover that you probably never seen or haven't read, or ending credits that you never paid attention to for a series of episodes that you never watched all the way through, then this is the type of statue that you are definitely going to want to get. And especially since on Amazon, at least, Banpresto statues have a tendency to fluctuate in price, and usually once they start to go up, it's rare that they begin to come back down. So for this statue in particular, he's 20 bucks now, but perhaps if you wait a few more months and the suppliers start to dwindle on how much they're getting, you'll see it go up and up and up and up and up, kind of like Shenron, kind of like Vegito back there, if you can see him. They all have gone up, so get it while you can. This definitely gets my thumbs up, my seal of approval, and this being the latest Banpresto statue I've got in a very long time, and I'm so glad to know that the quality has not dipped since then. So that's it. I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video where you can find this on Amazon, and hopefully you can get it for the same price I did. And stay tuned, because Banpresto has got a ton of awesome statues coming up, especially for 2018. And I'm going to be right here reviewing as many of them as I can because they are just that awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching this. And until next time, I'm Jeremy, and I'll talk to you later. There we go. That's the end of the review. That is the end of the spoken word of the review. Now, let me stop the video, and I'll stop the audio. I'm going to save the audio like immediately, because if something happens and I lose this audio, whew, that's going to suck. I'm just going to call it DBZ Goku. Bam. There we go. Let me look at the chat. Anybody say something? Okay, you're quite the pro at this. Doesn't look like you have much to edit at all. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. No, I don't have much to edit at all. And you know, that's one of the easy things. Thank you, Artifire. Thank you. Do more. I will do more if you would like to see more. I'm not going to do more tonight, but I'll do more of these if you like it. What was I saying before? Yeah, it's kind of easy to do the review of like this statue because I don't have to talk about articulation and review Zelda. All right, we'll review Zelda real quick. Hang on. I'm gonna do it in my style. Hey everybody, Jeremy here, and today I want to show you the most awesomest, laziest cat in the world. This is Zelda. She's about 7 to 8 years old, was born in Indiana, and has gained weight substantially over the past 6 to 7 years. As you can see, she is a nondescript cat made up of mostly black fur with white boots and green eyes. Her hobbies include trolling, eating food, and playing with bugs as opposed to killing them. Now let me tell you, if you are looking for the type of cat that's going to lay on her back and be the sweetest thing in the world, she's definitely the type of cat that you want to get. But I gotta tell you, if you do like cuddling your cat, holding them close, and making them a part of your family like a child, Zelda might give you a little bit of difficult time with that. Because as you can see, she seems super adorable, but she will not go for too many cuddles without her approval. Now, another cool thing about Zelda that I want to let you guys know is that she can be quite funny at times. She likes to meow quite frequently, but then there are also times where she wants to meow, but she can't. She'll just end up making noises kind of like this. See? Absolutely nothing came out of her mouth. And I think that that's pretty darn hilarious with her. Now, if you do want to pick up Zelda, I can tell you that she comes with her own carrying case, but you got to be careful because she doesn't like going in there. So you might want to put on a jacket, some long sleeves, or perhaps one of those big thick coats that they use with attack dogs, just so you won't end up getting scratched as she fights you to put her in there. But once you get her in there, she will quickly start to come to her senses, and even though a little bit of depression might sit in, once you get her out of there, she'll be back up and running and back to her old ways in a matter of moments. So, that was my review of Zelda, the cat. Once again, you can pick her up from the Indianapolis Humane Society back in 2009 for about $75, all shots included. So until next time, I'm Jeremy, and I'll talk to you later. Zelda, sign off. All right, thank you. All right, there's my review of Zelda. The Zelda review. All right. Set her back up there. There we go. Thanks for being a part of this, Zelda. All right, so now I should upload this. The live stream is going to be uploaded. I'm not going to delete the live stream. So the Zelda review will definitely be in full effect. All right, so now we got to get some B-roll. We got to get some B-roll of Goku here. And to do that, I need to switch lenses. So I'm going to take this lens off, which is the 35-1.8. And I'm going to put the 70-210 on the camera. I'm going to have to switch this up so you guys can actually be able to see what I'm doing here. Hang on, adjust the tripod. Ooh. All right, I know it's a little bit shaky. This tripod does not have the correct bolt on it, so I'm trying my best. All right, so let's turn this on. What's going on? Now I have the lens on there correctly. Oh, I need to change the aperture. I moved it. All right, there we go. I'm going to move this chair out of the way because I don't want it to be in the background. Kind of almost looks like a prison in a way. I'll try to move you guys as close as I can to the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Unfortunately, I can't move the big camera, but I can try to move you. So I don't know how well you're even going to be able to see that. I'm up against a wall, so I can't move back any further. All right. So for these camera settings, you can probably see it's pretty dark, and that's because the aperture on this lens is quite low. So I'm going to bump my ISO up to 500 might do. I'm gonna bring bring this down. I'm gonna move this over a little bit. I need to zoom in. I like to try to get a nice close-up shot at first for pans and stuff. I'm gonna focus in on that as best as I can. Is it not focusing? All right, so it's back focusing. I'm gonna have to pull it back a little bit. Still back focusing. There we go. That's the thing with some of these older lenses. You gotta kind of play with them a little bit. Let me move this over just a little bit here. All right. I have to refocus on his face. All right, perfect. All right, so at this point, all I do, I'm gonna hit record on that. I'm gonna let it go for a little bit. And then I'm gonna start a slow pan down. I'm gonna stop talking because I don't wanna shake the tripod because I'm on carpet and my voice will shake the ground. All right, so I'm gonna start up a little bit higher and move down. Okay, I'm going to do that one more time, but now I'm going to move it over to the right a little bit more because I clipped his wing, and I do not want to clip his wing. I want to be able to show the entire figure from left to right. So here we go again. Cool. All right. So now I got to think back to some of the stuff that I actually said in the review. I mentioned detail, small detail around his wrist and around his feet. And from that distance of which I shot it, you will never be able to know what I'm talking about. So I need to rotate him just a little bit so that you can see his wrist. And then I need to zoom in to his wrist. That's as far as I can zoom in at this distance, and that's the best that I can do, so that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to keep it right there at that pose for just a few seconds. Usually with these clips, I usually keep it on for maybe about 3 to 4 seconds before I fade out into something else or fade into something else. Okay, I also mentioned some detail on the rope around his boots. So I'm going to get that as well. Let me see, is that focus? I'm sorry, you probably saw my head right there. So let's leave it right there for a little bit. No, in fact, let me move that down. I want you to see the whole boot. Okay. All right, that's good. Next, I'll mention Goku's face and his peaceful look. We gotta get Goku's face, but we gotta get it at a good enough angle. Now, my tripod is starting to hit the light stand. So, I'm gonna move this mic over here, and I'm gonna bring Goku more to the left. Because I don't wanna have to move it. That way I can move the tripod over a little, or move the other thing a little bit over. Here we go. Let's focus on Goku's face. And to mix things up, I'm gonna pan from right to left. Left to right, that's what I meant. It's always more difficult to go from horizontal, left to right or right to left, than it is to go up and down. And it might have something to do with the fluid head on this tripod, but moving from right to left or left to right is a little bit more tricky because it doesn't flow as easily. So it might get like a little bit of a tremble or like a hesitation. It's not as smooth as just going up and down. Maybe that's just a little quirk of mine. All right, so next thing that I need to focus on are the angel wings. So I made mention of the angel wings. I'm going to turn them around like this, maybe tilt him just a little bit over to the side so that I can get a good look at those angel wings right there, which are currently not in focus. So we need to focus those up like that. Okay. And I'm yammering on about the details of the wings and blah, blah, blah. But for this shot, I am going to go from down to up. Because I've done up and down. I've done left to right. So now I'm doing down up. Just to make it a little bit more interesting to look at. And I'm doing it slow enough so that as I'm talking, when this clips in, I'm hoping that it won't get too boring, just, stuck on one shot. I'm gonna tilt him a little bit, turn him a little bit to this side so I can get a look at the other wing, which I might not use this shot of this particular wing, but I still want to have it. In fact, let's just kind of pull out almost completely. I'm gonna pull out almost completely with this. And we're going to do yet another up to down tilt. I'm clipping the wing, but it's okay. I can live with it at this point. Now, one of the last things that I need to do, I need to get the halo. The halo is going to be a little bit tricky because you can't really, the camera needs to be up. I'm not going to move the camera up. So I gotta try my best to try to get the halo as dead on as I can. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that without moving this tripod up. One of the biggest issues that I have with this tripod in particular is that these legs, they're not so easy to move. They're the clip system, so you have to move each one individually, and they're never really even, which is why you got to keep looking at this bubble meter right here in order to straighten them out. And that's just a little bit of trouble that I don't want to go through in order to get one shot of the halo. So Goku is still, he's a little far over to the right. I'm going to move him over to the left. Okay. And let's see if we can move up. I need to zoom. I cannot zoom in any closer to this particular halo. And it's so... Okay, cool. I thought that the contrast wouldn't be able to pick it up. But since I had to extend the lens out all the way, it's brought it up to the maximum aperture. So I have to increase my ISO. I don't want to keep it at 800. I feel like that's a bit high. But I'm gonna go with it. And I'm gonna move this just a little bit, just to get the point across that you're supposed to be focusing on the halo and not necessarily anything else. So the halo is in focus, the wings are a little bit out of focus. So that's what we're gonna do. It sounds like the audio is coming from the camera unless that's what's happening. Yeah, the audio from this live stream is coming from the camera, definitely. Okay. All right, so what else did I mention in this review? I think that's probably pretty much it. I think that's all the footage that I'm going to need to put this review together. So that's what I am going to do. And to do that, I'm going to unplug this. I might rather go through this whole process just so you have some kind of idea of how that works. I'm going to bring this over here. Pardon me, Zelda. I know you're comfortable. I know you're comfortable. I just want to, because you probably aren't going to be able to really see this. I need to bring this table up a little bit more. Hang on. All right. Cool. So here's the chair. Here's the audio. And let me bring you over here. Might have to bring you down a little bit. What's my opinion on Dragon Ball Super? I love Dragon Ball Super. I've seen every episode except for the latest one. I haven't seen the latest episode yet. I should look at that today. I'm sorry for shaking the camera. I'll fix it in a minute. But yeah, I gotta look at the latest episode. I definitely love Dragon Ball Super. Alrighty. I gotta move this up a little bit more. You're shaking, you're wobbling. I know. I'm trying to do this the best way that I can using the stuff that I have. Okay. Audio editing. Please excuse the different wavelength things that's going on here. All right, so this is everything that I did, everything that I shot as far as audio goes. So I'm going to turn this up like this. And that's just me kind of yammering on. But the thing that I want to do the most in this is I kind of want to get rid of the background noise. So this beginning part right here, either like right here or from here to here, is just ambient noise. So if you kind of like white noise. You probably can't hear the white noise, but so I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is remove it. And to remove it, I'm going to go to Effect. This is Audacity. And I am going to go down to noise reduction. I'm going to get the noise profile of what I just did. Then I'm going to Control A everything. Go back to Effect. Go back to noise reduction. And I'm just going to hit OK. And it's going to go through the entire audio file. Is going to look for that pattern of background noise and is going to remove it. And it should remove it enough so that it is not as obvious to you. And any other, tweaks that I might have to do with it, I'll just do at a later time. Usually it does not take this long because, I was talking during the live stream and going on and on and on. But if this was just a regular review, it wouldn't be anywhere near this long. So it did its best to get rid of the noise. There's only a little bit in there. If I move down to the actual speaking portion, whoops, let me go down to the actual speaking portion, blah, 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 blah. All right. Little pieces that go into the included display stand that you can use to prop him up to make. All right, that's good enough. I'm not going to cut anything out of this because I'm going to need to sync this audio up to the video. And if I cut anything out, it's going to screw up that process. So I'm just going to go ahead and export this audio. And I had this inside of the fidget spinner thingy. Okay, I'm going to put this, I'll just put it on my desktop. And I'm going to call this DBZ Goku at the highest settings of whatever, enter. And we're going to go about doing that. And I am also going to open up Premiere Pro. This Premiere Pro is where I do all the video editing. Now this computer is old, is a very old computer. It gets the job done. But, it definitely doesn't do things as quite zippy and as quickly as I would like for it to. But, you work with what you got. All right, I got to get the SD card out of here. Turn this off. All right, SD card in hand. Is this done yet? Yeah, so this is done. I'm going to leave it open. Probably just minimize it or whatever. And there's Premiere Pro. Also got Lightroom open. Yeah, because I was taking a picture of those headphones that I'm going to be reviewing soon. And Lightroom is just so incredible. Importing this picture, it looked like that. Then after I got to editing it, because it was a raw file, when it was all said and done, it ended up looking like this, which I think is a heck of a lot better. And I'm going to be doing that with the with Goku as well. Try to get a nice, good picture of him. Hey, there's me. Hey, me. So as you can see, it's taken a very long time, which is why I'm not going to go through the whole editing process because it'll just be waiting a bunch. But I did just want to show you,
Hey, Yad, how you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just got finished reviewing this guy here. This Goku statue from Banpresto. Just got finished doing that. And now I just wanted to kind of briefly um, edit the video a little bit. Hey, I'm glad you're doing good. Glad you're doing good. So this is all the stuff that's on my SD card. A long time ago, I took pictures of like pretty much almost all of my Funko Pops. And I had it on the Boxes app, but then Boxes never made an Android app. So when I switched from iPhone to Android, I couldn't access my Boxes account and, show off all my collection and stuff. So, whatever. It's still on this SD card. These are other pictures that I took for like work. How many Pops do I have? I have over 200. I don't know the exact number, but it's over 200. Most of them are inside the garage right now. Yeah, I kind of went crazy with the pop collecting for a minute there. I don't collect nearly as many pops as I used to anymore because there's way too many of them. So now I only want to concentrate on the the ones that I want the most, which right now is going to be those 8-bit pops that they come out with. I almost got that way with Disney Infinity. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. And those Disney Infinity figures, just like Amiibo, they are so well done. They look fantastic. And especially now since they can't get Disney Infinity off the shelves fast enough. So you can get some really good deals. Get rid of them while they're still worth something. Yeah, I mean, to me, I'm not even concerned about the value. I know that those pops are not going to be worth nearly as much as they are right now. But, I bought them because I like them. So I'll just keep them in my collection. All right, so these are just some of the other stuff that I did. Oops, family pictures. Yep, so these are just some of the other, that's just me testing out the focus of the camera. Is this Iron Man picture? Is this a RAW file? Yeah, so we can't look at that. Pictures of the kitchen. Anyway, let's do this Dragon Ball Z stuff, which comprises of these two clips right here. They're 2.65 gigs. I'm going to copy and not cut because I'm kind of afraid that if I cut, and something horrible happens, I don't want to lose the footage. So I'm going to drop these into my D drive, and I have a folder called More Revs, which basically means more reviews. And I'm just going to, let's put it in the DBZ folder. There we go. So I'm going to drop those in there. And now we wait until the two files copy over completely. Bandai has released some nice Dragon Ball figures that are super articulated. Yeah, I know. I bought Vegeta. And I did a review on Vegeta. And they're really well done, and they got some amazing articulation for the 1999 that you got to pay for them. I think they're based on the same types of figures that the Power Ranger Legacy figures were, and those were really, really good too. So those, I love those figures. I just wish that they had more variety because, we got 2 Gokus, 2 Vegetas, Beerus, and Frieza. And I'm like, man, it would have been great if we could have gotten a Piccolo. It would have been great if we could have gotten maybe a Gohan, Majin Buu, those characters. I just wish that they had, varied it up a little bit. All right, so this is almost done. I'm going to make a new project. And this project is going to be called, we'll just call it Goku AN for like Goku Angel. All that stuff usually just stays the same. It's whatever. We got this down here, still uploading or transferring all the files. So we're just going to wait for that to happen. Meanwhile, Zelda is staring at the other computer. She's like in a daze right now. I don't know where her thing is. Yep, so there's me just waiting. Like I said, it's an old computer. That's one thing I would really want to do. If I ever get a chance to get my hands on some money, I really want to buy a nice, good computer that I can use to both game on and do video editing. I saw something. What did that say? Okay. Do you think Funko is overdoing in terms of releases? They're releasing so much that it's overwhelming. I think Funko's doing what's best for them. I mean, I think it's overwhelming to us. But for someone like me, I've already bought over 200 of them. So they're happy with me. I think that the more that they release, the better chance that they have of someone who hasn't bought any pops before buying a pop and then saying, "Hey, I really like these," and then they'll end up buying more and more and more and more. So, like I think I said before, pops are like gateway drugs. So, once you buy one, there's a chance that you're going to keep on going. So the more that they spread themselves out that way, I think the greater chance that they have for, keeping their sales up. I like to see you review some fake Banpresto Dragon Ball Z figures. I own two fakes and they are very good. Where did you get those fakes from? I've seen some pretty cool unlicensed Dragon Ball Z statues that look amazing. Like really, really amazing. You got it from eBay? Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I mean, because it's a crazy thing. A lot of times, those things come out of the same factory that the official ones come out of. I remember a long time ago, I got some Dragon Ball Z Lego-like minifigures. And of course, if they were bootleg or whatever, but they looked really good. They looked like real Lego. Gear Best sells Dragon Ball Z statues? I thought they were just like electronics. I like Gear Best. Good prices. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Cool. So this is finally finished. Transporting over there. And I'm going to drop this into my library, my project library in Premiere Pro. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to drop the audio into here as well. And then we'll be able to sync those two up. So we got this over here, this blue bar, let me know that, okay, I'm getting it. It's got to get these two, and then it's going to conform the audio. I don't like to mess with it before it's done because, I don't want it to somehow screw up the audio because it's happened before. So on my desktop, I put this audio somewhere. So there it is, DBZ Goku. I don't think I have anything provocative on my desktop, so if you saw anything crazy, please ignore it. All right. So this is doing its thing, and now I need to make sure that the audio syncs up between the two. This was the B-roll footage, so I'm not interested in that right now. But what I am interested in is this clip and this clip. So I'm going to select those two. Right click, I'm going to merge the clips, and I'm just going to call it PT1 for like part 1. I'm going to hit OK. And what this is doing is when I made that extremely loud clap at the beginning of the video, the audio spike from that clap that was picked up by my Blue Yeti microphone and the clap that was picked up by my camera's microphone, they're going to sync up as best they can, so that I can get rid of the camera audio, just keep the Blue Yeti audio, and then my voice should be pretty decently synced up to the video. Sometimes I got to tweak it a little bit, but it definitely gives me a good baseline to start from. Cool. So we got it over here. Part 1. I'm dragging this over to my timeline. Drop that right there. Can I increase the brightness? What's going to happen if I do that? Will you be able to see that a little bit better? Probably not. What do you think of PlayArt's Kai figures in terms of quality? I think some of their figures are hit and miss sometimes. I like the PlayArt's Kai figures. I think they're really cool. I like the ratcheted joints because they got this, I don't know how to quite put it. There's like a firmness with ratchet joints, and it's like click, 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 click. I really do like it. Some of the like armor-ish pieces, I have Darkseid and I have Hawkman, I have Darkseid, and I have Scarlet Witch. And the armor-ish pieces on Darkseid are a little bit loose. They're not falling off of him, like falling off completely, but they're not on there too well. So it's kind of wonky a little bit in a way. I'm probably not explaining that all too good. But for the most part, I think those figures are really, really good. I got all the ones that I have, I got from GameStop when they were on clearance. Not Scarlet Witch. I'm sorry. I meant Black Widow. I've done that twice this week when I said I said Scarlet Witch when I meant Black Widow. No, I mean Black Widow. Yeah. All right. So now I need to separate the audio. So I'm going to unlink the audio. So this at the bottom is the camera's audio that I don't want. So I'm going to get rid of it. And this up here is the Blue Yeti audio. That's how much it's going to cost you from Amazon. So really good deal. And much like the rest of Banpresto statues, a little bit of assembly. All right, so it's pretty much in sync. Maybe it could take like a little bit of tweaking, but I need to find out where I actually started talking. So I need to look that over. I'm going to scroll back. I'm messing with the mic here. All right, so I started like somewhere around here. All right, cool. Let's do it. I'm going to mess up a few times just so you know. All right, so I'm going to back off frame by frame so I don't have a weird face. I think that's fine. That's fine. All right, cool. I'm going to press C for cut, and I'm going to cut everything from before the part where I want to start, and I'm just going to get rid of this. Control A to get everything, and I'm going to drag it back to the beginning of the timeline. So the start of the video is going to be... Hey everybody, Jeremy here, and today I want to show you this really cool stack. So cool. GearBest has that Goku in your desk on their site for £12.29. Ooh, cool. Well, what does that translate to dollars, I wonder? But that's still a really good price. I'm going to have to go to GearBest and look at their Dragon Ball statues, because if I can find some on there that I can't find on Amazon, it's definitely worth checking out. Hey. I think the audio is a little bit ahead of the video. So I need to shrink this timeline as much as I can. Do you have any DC collectibles, figures, or statues? Funny that you should mention such a thing. DC collectibles, you say? There's the Red Hood right there. Mr. Freeze. Let's see, Two-Face. That's NECA stuff. Oh, my Rambo has fallen. Back here, Cyborg and Beast Boy and Raven from Teen Titans, but I forgot the artist behind these Teen Titans figures. They look really weird, but that was just the artist's interpretation of it. I don't know if I have any other DC collectibles. No, I don't. So those are the only DC collectible figures that I have. And I think that these are really good. The articulation is not good at all, but I think that they look a lot better than, you know, like the DC multiverse figures that you get like at Walmart or Target. They're not as good as these. And they come with a lot of accessories. I like this Red Hood. I think this was like the coolest head sculpt. You can kind of see the teeth at the bottom there. Got that sickle. Mr. Freeze dropped his gun. I don't know where that is. Don't know where that is at all. But I still need to get Starfire to round out the Teen Titans. I've been needing to get her for a long time. By the time I actually want to get around to it and I'm really serious about it, probably won't even matter because she'll be gone. Now, what I was doing, I need to move this a little bit. No, not both of them. Just one. I'm going to move this just a little bit over. Hey, everybody, Jeremy here. I feel like it's still off just a little bit. I'm going to move it over a little bit more. Hey, everybody. Cool. That should work. And also, I am going to get rid of my mouth smacking at the very beginning. So I'm just going to get rid of that. So now the video can start off as... Hey everybody, Jeremy here. I could probably get rid of my inhale as well. I'm probably going to do that. Get rid of the first inhale and give myself a little bit of room so that it doesn't just come in unexpected. So 1, 2, 3. Hey everybody. Nope, I don't like that either. All right, I'm just going to bring that back. Whatever. We're going to have to live with the inhale because it's still kind of off. The only DC collectible figures that I have are Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman, and Bane 2-pack. The rest of the DC collectibles I have are statues. Oh, you know what? I do have one DC collectible statue. It's not in here right now. It is of let me go to a incognito window. It was of the what's his name? Tony Millionaire Batman statue. Yeah, this is the one that I have of DC collectibles. Hey, there's my this is me right here. Yep. This is from my video. So yeah, this is the only DC collectible statue that I have. And then Tony Millionaire, I think that's Tony Millionaire. He left a comment on the video. I'm going to go to the video. He left a comment on the video explaining how he hey, everybody, got the inspiration for that. Yeah, and he said that he stood in the mirror. I stood in the mirror and drew myself. That's why he has skinny arms and legs and a big 50-year-old beer belly and chest. The face is weird too. That's me making a grimace. The ears I designed with the swirls you see on leather cowboy saddles. And I'm glad you appreciate the strangeness of the statue. It's not for everyone, but I wanted to have fun with it. I even gave him limp wrists because I'm not really a strong guy. So I thought that was pretty cool. How he left a comment there. So wow, he kind of based it after himself. I thought that was pretty awesome. So Tony Millionaire. All right. So that's just kind of how I start editing the video. I need to save it, and then I'll have to finish it. I am definitely not going to go through this whole thing on this live stream. It's going to take too long, and it's going to be kind of boring, I think. But just wanted to give you guys a little behind the scenes look on how this stuff, or how I set up this stuff and do these reviews. And this was one of the more easier ones because the statues aren't very difficult to do. So all you gotta do is talk about them, and because you don't have to move them around and pose them or anything like that. So I need to get finished doing this, and then I also want to shoot some more review videos tonight, not on stream, but I wanted to do that. Just so I can have those lined up and, try to be more consistent with the videos and at least spread them out day by day by day. I don't know about the weekends, but I got, how many things? I've got 4 other things to review other than this. 2 are figures and 2 are not. Cool. Thank you, Iyad. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who tuned in to watch this behind the scenes stream. It was fun. It was interesting. And I don't know. Maybe we'll do it again sometime. We will see. So everybody in the chat, everyone who's watching right now, thank you so much for tuning in. This particular review should be up. If it's not up today, because it's getting a little bit late. Thanks, Dan. Thank you so much. This review, it might not go up today because it might be a little bit too late in the day. So if that's the case, then it'll go up tomorrow morning, or I might just say screw it and just upload it tonight anyway. So I got to get some pictures of Goku. I need to edit the picture, make the thumbnail for it, and then you'll see it there. So thank you guys. I will see you soon. I don't know when, but I'll see you soon. Thanks for coming out. Peace. There it is. Bye, Dan.